jumping back into the pod today. There goes Ralph looking at Jazz. Uh, Ralph, why are you looking at Jazz? It's been a couple weeks we haven't seen him, huh?
I didn't know that guy still exists. I thought we had fired him right after you got fired. I was like, man, everybody's getting fired on this show.
Hey. So
Why?
actually, that reminds me. Subscribe to mine and Jazz's YouTube channel. We're gonna be posting pods on there as well.
What's it gonna be called, Jake?
It's gonna be two peas
Two
in a
peas
pod.
in a pod. I remember that.
Jazzy, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Bring.
Hey,
What
Sorry.
did I get fired because I went over the budget?
he went
Oh,
over
Google
budget with all them
Communications.
shirts he's been buying.
Jazz has been going over the budget. Been a little crazy. Kit hopping. I like
Yeah.
it though. But
He thinks his last transaction was canceled by the sender. It was actually canceled by me.
well, back into it today. We're gonna be going over Champions Second League and also looking to preview the semis. Last four teams left in the Champions League. Not the four that I wish were there, but we have some favorites in it. It sucks that on one side we have two of our favorite teams on one side, but we'll see how the rest of the Champions League plays out. And I want to also go over some hot takes today. Maybe Ralph has some hot takes. Maybe Jazz has a hot take. Something that, it's a little bit left field. I know Ralph probably has at least one or two in his arsenal.
It's called Neuer.
Yeesh. Spicy already. But did you guys want to bring anything up before we start with Champions League second leg?
Oh, you want Jazz to do the?
Yeah, did you want to do the unboxing now, Jess?
Yeah. Okay. So, because remember we wanted to say the names of the teams, but for one of them I couldn't because it would have been.
Oh,
obvious.
yeah.
It would've been too obvious. But so who do you think he got for AC Milan? Because that's the one you guys talked about last pod.
Well, I know what jersey.
Oh, you know what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know who it is. You sent me the
okay.
video of it.
Did you know? You know who the other one is too? Then.
Yeah, I know both of them.
Oh, yes. So is this just for the audience then?
It's just for the
I
audience.
think so. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Jazz. Tear him
Okay.
up.
I love the Milan jersey, by the way. I saw it already. Phenomenal.
So this one is a Santos from Brazil.
Santos. Is it Estevao?
He didn't even play for Santos.
I know he played for Palmeiras.
Yeah, I was like, "Eesh."
I'm just trying to confuse the viewers.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's always nice to do.
That's worse for us.
Let me see that jersey. Let me see that kit.
That's nice though. Look how
Ooh.
nice that is. What year is that, by the way? Is that this year?
No. That's some 2011
It's a
jersey.
nice kit. I like the bottom of it, too. Oh, yeah.
We get the front of it?
Yeah, you guys in front of it.
Oh, okay.
Look out for our future videos of just unboxing. if
What about Jazz's Pokemon cards he never got? They're still at the house.
Great.
soon enough will be just a pretty much we'll do a video a week
And
of
ASMR.
ASMR unboxing kits.
You know what's funny? I don't know what that is.
It's just like whispering videos.
Ah,
It's good for the ears.
Yeah.
What was another jersey? Are you gonna open both Jazz or just one?
Yeah, I'll open both.
I would open both. Is that what it is?
Not really.
Yeah, it's like
I
that
mean,
kind of.
Maybe it was-
but it's for like relaxation.
You gotta be. You also have
Turn that
to
up,
be.
Jazz.
You also have to be a little good looking for it.
I got good cheekbones, Shuggy.
Great.
Hurry up, Jazz. This pot is just about over.
Okay, pues I'm going. So this one is a Milan.
Oh, that's nice. Love a long sleeve though.
Chuck loves his long
I
sleeve.
love a long
And
sleeve.
it's a Kaká
Fudge. I love
jersey.
it.
A little caca.
Love them.
Little caca.
You didn't have to say it like that.
That's a phenomenal.
I
jersey.
love that. The black and red is just classic.
Yeah, but he doesn't want you to wear it, Ralphie.
I'm not gonna wear it.
Yeah, it
You
wouldn't
admit-
fit.
Heesh.
Jesus.
That's
I
a
don't
good
like
way
where
to-
this. That's
good
why he
way
got
to-
fired, Chuck.
Yeesh.
Well, he got suspended until further notice. So this is
Ah.
his first day back.
We're reviewing his actions or what?
Yep.
You didn't have to throw it like that. pues.
But yeah, I love the jerseys, Jazz. I love the kits. They look nice. Can't wait to see them. Can't wait to see them on and go from there. Hopefully, we have some ones coming in the future, and we can get some, see some different kids from different leagues and stuff like that. Santos ones is cool because you never.
Yeah,
see
not a
stuff
lot
like
of
that.
people.
Yeah, super cool to see.
You walk with that around.
Yeah,
Absolutely nobody has a
knows.
clue.
Yeah, super cool to see though.
Sometimes I wear my Man City and nobody has a clue. So it's
I
like,
know.
eh.
That's
You
Man
mean
City,
the
though.
Emirates shirt? Your Emirates?
My Emirates.
Yeah.
No, my. Yeah, this is the one, right?
No, that's another one.
Oh,
You have
this-
the other Emirates one where they're like,
No, it was Qatar.
yeah, Qatar. Yeah.
The guy's like, oh, we have very nice Qatar shirts on sale.
You're
Like,
like,
what?
what?
Qatar? It
Yeah.
was PSG, by the way.
But yeah, let's jump into the legs and stuff. I wanted to talk to Ralph because Ralph actually had the day off and he was able to watch the full game Bayern Real
I'm a
Madrid.
real fan. I watch all the
And
games.
Ralph actually said, I quote verbatim, this is what he said. It was the best football he's seen in years.
It was.
So let's just kick it over to you. Like, let's hear what you had to say about the game. Me and Jazz watched the highlights, so we'll give our point of view of it from the highlights perspective, and then we'll get yours from watching it from start to finish.
Right. I mean, it was. Excuse me.
Jeez Louise.
It was that pizza you gave me before we did the pod.
You could tell we're out of a little bit of practice on these pods, but go ahead.
Jazz has been here, man. Yeah, from the first minute, you had your boy, your golden goose over there at behind, the goalie. He came out in the first minute and just said, "Hey, oh look, there's the Arda Güler. Let me give him a little pass."
Who are we talking about here?
Your boy
For the
Neuer.
viewers.
Oh, for the viewers.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Neuer.
Yeah.
Is it Emmanuel? Or just Manuel?
Jazz said, yeah.
Oh,
Manuel Neuer.
Manuel Neuer. Okay, yeah. I love the guy. Yeah, he's a legend. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but this was a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
But now looking back, I actually like it because
It opened the game up.
it
Yeah.
gave first minute,
Yeah.
you get that goal and it's like, okay, holy crap.
Yeah.
Now Real Madrid has all this confidence, like, oh, we can actually get this done now. And
the game's drawn at that point, right? It's 2-2.
yeah, the
Yeah.
game was at a draw. So now it's like, holy crap, it's a brand new game. Nobody's leading.
Mm-hmm.
So people actually started taking risks. It was high intensity throughout the first half. It was just, and goals just kept on coming from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just one of the best games or best halves I've seen in a long time. I couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stop. Like holy crap! Like I watch Barcelona, they're my team. I watch City, they're my team. This year I rooted for Bayern to win champions.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm not for Real to win. But I was like, holy crap! Like I was scared for both teams.
Yeah.
They're both going at it, and it was just great to watch.
Yeah. You want to give any shout outs to the game? Like who stood out to you?
That's the thing. That's what I was gonna tell you
Uh-huh.
when I was calling you up, but you were at work. I was gonna say this is one of those games where it's not, God, that guy played like crap,
Mm-hmm.
or God, that guy constantly made a mistake.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. It was who was making the best play after the best play after the best play.
Mm-hmm.
Great passing. You had runs. You had overlapping passes. You had goalie mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really good football, dude. Like, really good.
Yeah. You're not giving me a whole lot over there. You be very what is it? Very neutral. From my
Yeah, it's very neutral, very vague.
Yeah.
But that's what you get, Chuggy. That's what
give
you get
it-
for not watching it. If we watched the game together, I'd be
Mm.
like, "Oh, you remember that play?" But I
Well,
can't
you didn't
because I
take
watched
me
it
out.
There we
myself.
go.
You could take me out of school, pues.
You
Then
could have taken
you would
Jazz
be
out of school.
failing. Then I
Mm.
have to kick you out of your football team
Mm.
again.
Again.
From my point of view, watching it for the highlights, anyways, I'll be a little bit more direct about what I saw and stuff. But there's players on that Real Madrid team that to me, anyways, that I was like, man, they're just not the caliber of player that you think they are. And there's players that you don't think didn't get as many minutes under Xabi Alonso that I was like, no, that player is a baller. Like Arda Güler, 100% look like an absolute person that deserved to be on the field and steps up in big moments. He steps up for his country and he steps up in big games for Real. He always has his fingerprints on stuff. And it's incredible to watch. And another game, to me anyways, from the highlights anyways, that like I was just like a little bit disappointed in Vinny again, where I was like, dude, like where like I don't see the Vinny of like the Balloon d'Or era, or even when he was with Benzema, he was much better partners with Benzema, and when he was by himself with Rodrigo, he was so much more dynamic. And with Mbappe or like the setup that they do, I always feel like he just is like kind of like the lone guy out. Like it was before they were Rodrigo was kind of like the odd man out. Now it feels like it shifted to Vinny now. He still makes great runs. He's still a great player, but like to me, he's getting to the point where he almost reminds me of like a player that you're like, oh, he's good, but like no end product or like no big assists. Like if you watch him, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's a baller for sure. But like the end result and stuff like that, like he's not really dictating the game where you're like, man, he's everywhere. Like Arda Güler, I felt like was dynamic and straightforward, and he ran that midfield as best he can. Jude, another one that I think is just like falling off the wayside. Same with Trent. I didn't think they were good, but like guys like Elise and Luis, you know, the first half, my friend is a big Bayern Munich fan, and he was telling me, he's like, oh, don't worry, like Luis and Elise, even if they have a bad game, they're gonna get theirs. And like with that Bayern team, especially their front three, like even if they have a bad game, you're like, oh, they played bad today. And it's like, oh yeah, but they scored or they had an assist. Vinny's biggest problem is like he can have bad games, and he doesn't have an assist or a goal, and he doesn't really change the game.
He didn't have that assist to Mbappe. I thought he had that assist to Mbappe.
He might have. Which one? The one where
The
it
only
went
one
across?
that Mbappe scored, yeah.
Yeah, the cross though.
Well, it was a cross on the ground. It wasn't like an aerials. I think it was more of a through pass.
I think
a
it
through
was.
pass.
Yeah,
I think it was Vinny.
I think he might have gotten that, but I thought it was somebody else. I thought it was also Trent, but I think I'm remembering.
No,
wrong.
Trent's on the other side. So he got it from the left side when he made that run.
But see, to me, when I was watching the highlights, I feel like I didn't see him at all anywhere.
Well, here, let me give you a little bit of what you said there. Jude, he
Mhm.
actually had a few good plays. Like there was one he was playing back, and I think it happened like a couple of times. He won the ball, and he was just, I was like, man, who is that? I was like, oh shoot, that's Jude.
Mhm.
Just so fast, pushing the ball all the way past mid pitch.
Jude.
Yeah, Jude. He had a couple of those at least. So he didn't do as bad as you think. Vinny actually, I thought was okay. He did pretty good. He didn't do as bad as I think you're getting from the highlights.
Mhm.
So I think that's what happens when you don't watch a whole game. You miss a lot of that. Where
Why didn't you bring this up when I asked you about the game?
because when was this game?
Like last week.
A couple days ago, with the Wednesday.
Last week.
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
No,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, because the Tuesday was the other games. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's still not fresh in my mind. I know we were going to do this, and we should be prepared. But,
You're the one who wants to go with the flow with.
oh, no, I go with the flow. That's why I
The
waited.
flow don't
I
work with.
Well, it does sometimes. But I wait till you guys say something, then something pops into my head where it's like, whoa, come on, sir. Let me tell you what happened, what really happened. Because, like I said, you're talking about these guys not showing up, but everybody played well. Everybody.
Even Kamavinga.
Well.
Yeah. 80th minute subbed on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was a sub.
Yeah, subbed on 80th minute, 81st minute, yellow card, 83rd minute, red card. Craziest substitution I've ever seen. I've seen reports saying like, why put him in? The midfield was working, and they put him in late, you know, and he didn't have a great like season so far. And I like Kamavinga. I think he's one of the better players in the league. In Europe too, I think he's phenomenal. I think he's way better than like some of the English defensive mids. Like defensive mid in English, they just smash people like Caicedo. But Kamavinga is a little bit more like cautious with it. But
And the one thing about Kamavinga, we just keep seeing this, and I don't understand it. You know, I get it. You're trying to save your team from getting scored on, right? But Kamavinga, he in his first yellow card, he pulled somebody's shirt. I forgot who was making the run. He pulled on his shirt.
Harry Kane.
Was it Harry Kane? Harry Kane's not gonna outrun him, right?
Yeah, no.
he still had two defenders behind him, plus the goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Why grab his jersey from behind, get a yellow? It's like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think he should have known. I think he should have came into the game knowing how the ref was gonna officiate this with the last minute. Like he knew you
No,
already
but
know
that
that
was
it's gonna
a
be
yellow card in any game, though.
Well, I know, but like he should have known, like going into it, like you don't play with this ref. Like just play straightforward and just get through the rest of the game.
I
'cause
think that's what happened on his second yellow card.
the second yellow card was him being dumb.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he completely
should have.
blanked.
That's when he didn't know how the ref was going to react, because the ref could have been like, hey, I already told you, don't do that. And the ref, I think when they played it back, the ref forgot about that first yellow.
Yeah,
Because when he gave him that second yellow, he didn't pull that red card right away.
yeah. Well, you had to put the yellow first.
No, he did.
Yeah,
But then he started turning around, and Hurricane's like, whoa, that's his second yellow.
yeah.
That's when he turns around and takes the red, and he's like, holy crap, I just gave this guy a red card for something that I probably shouldn't have given him a second yellow for.
I mean, that's the rules.
Yeah,
That's the rules.
it's bendable, Chucky.
Not that one.
No, why?
No.
Because he dribbled, and then he picked it
No,
up with
like
his
he
hand?
picked up the ball and ran with it, and it was
No, he dribbled,
yeah,
then he picked it up and threw it back.
yeah, and you can't even touch the ball after that. Because it's, especially in Champions League games, you're already going to crunch time. So like don't even mess with it. They did in the Premier League. Remember that when they first started implementing that rule and people were getting yellow cards left and right. And I remember I was like, that's so stupid. But like now you know, Kamavinga should have known.
Yeah.
And like that yellow card to me was like, it's the same thing with the guy with the goalkeeper kicking it to his center back and then rolling it back. And it's like, oh well, it doesn't really mess anything up. I'm like, well, you should know better.
Yeah.
You're a player that should know better. Especially a guy coming in the game in the 80th minute. You should already be like, yeah, let's not screw this up here.
Yeah, that Camavinga was, that second yellow is kind of like if the goalie already had a yellow and he's delaying the game and not kicking it off on his
Yeah, then it's like, well,
then he gets a yellow. It's like,
Yeah.
oh well, he shouldn't get one, but it's like you're not supposed
yeah,
to do that.
you know it's yeah. And Kamavinga, you could tell was just frustrated
Yeah.
because he got beat
Well, he was
by
there, he was in there for
Harry-
like 10 minutes and
Yeah.
he got a red card.
Yeah, but that definitely even with Kamavinga on the even with him on the pitch, it was still like, man, Bayern's punching. But when you lose a guy like Kamavinga, so you're down to 10 men, and you know when you lose a player, the rest of the team has to work together to play hard defense and help each other out. And Real Madrid, you know what they're not known for? Defense, especially those center backs. And for them to lose Kamavinga and play 10 men back, Bayern was like, oh, we're punching one in on you. And they punched two in before the end of the game. Who do you remember, Jazz, the two players that scored the last two?
I know Elisa scored one.
Yeah. And you know who the other guy
Who's
is?
The other one, Luis Diaz.
Yeah, it was Luis Diaz. Did you see the Elise goal?
The Elisa goal, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Nasty,
really
huh? Off the
nasty.
post. Yeah. That one was just, that one, and even better, I saw another angle where Elise, he slid after he scored the goal, right? And there's a camera angle from the opposite side facing
His back?
Elise. So Elise is sliding. So you see his back. And you can see like Mbappe and the rest of the Real Madrid team just look at each other like, well, like, I thought you had him. It's like, that Real Madrid team, why I would never, they're not my team and they'll never be my team, or I'll never really enjoy watching them that much, is that they don't really track back and they're not known for their defense. They're a really great team, and even Ralph mentioned it. When they put the jerseys on, when they put the kits on in Champions League, something gets added to their game where they're way more dangerous. But to me, they're not a complete team, and they'll never be a complete team until they all track back and play defense or have players that can do that for them. But Jazz, there's another team that lost Mbappe that might go back-to-back Champions Leagues, and that's PSG. Do you think the Mbappe curse is like following him, or is it just bad luck for Real Madrid?
I think it is. I mean, ever since Mbappe got there, he hasn't won a single trophy with Real Madrid, and it could be that and it's gonna happen again, because if out of all competitions
They're out.
this season,
Uh-huh.
the league is like 9 points. They're like 9 points behind
Yeah.
with like 4 games left. I think Mbappe. There's just something wrong with him.
So they haven't won a single trophy since he
In
got
2
there.
years.
No.
Perez.
I feel like he's been there like 4. He's only been there 2 years.
I bet you the Real Madrid fans feel the same. They're like, God, this
Yeah.
guy. We thought that we hit the jackpot, but it feels like they walked into mud or something. They're just like tracking along, like God. I
You know
can't
what's
get out
funny
of
though?
this.
He's still like his game is still up here. So it's like
Eh.
his stats,
I also feel the same with Jazz.
right? Well, I
He's
mean,
fallen off a bit.
I'm scared every time I see him
Yeah,
That's
running
'cause he
towards the
killed-
goal.
That's because he killed your team in Champions last year and this year.
Yeah, I
He-
mean,
he's scary forward, but like he's almost like to me he brings bad chemistry to a team. Like he builds.
well,
he
that's what I'm
builds
saying.
bad-
Like, I feel like his game doesn't suffer, but the team that he plays for suffers.
Yeah, it's like having a really great. To me, that's not a good comparison. I was gonna say like maybe like an NBA player that like you're like he's so good, but the rest of the team suffers because he plays so well, you know? And it's almost like he builds bad habits into whatever team that he plays for. He builds the bad habits for the rest of the team. And the rest of the team are like, well, Mbappe doesn't do it, so I ain't do it. Like you can see
Yeah.
it, you know, players don't track back as hard. You know, there's not that much passion. We're just watching the PSG, some of the highlights and stuff. And Marquinhos got a block, not on the line, but just like a normal block. And he's over there like just like he like lost his mind, like he won the World Cup, and the rest of his team is like, yeah. And Real Madrid,
You
like
don't see
they'll get
that.
you'll get like a a really good stop, and they're just like, yeah, they just like look around. There's like no passion, no intensity, no like. There's just something about it that they're missing, and I can't put my finger on what it could be. And that's why I asked Jazz, like, is it Mbappe? Is it the Mbappe problem? Which is crazy to say because he is probably the best player in the world.
But the thing is, you also gotta remember that, man, when Real Madrid went,
I love that. Did you hear what Jazz said?
no.
He said you also got to remember that I always say that never mind. I think that's funny that Jazz started the conversation like actually you have to remember because I always say it. I always start my sentences
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But go ahead, Jazz.
yeah, but you have to remember when Real went to the Champions League final in 24. I think the only type of passion they had was when Toni Kroos was there.
Yeah,
I think the legends that are there are
Uh-huh.
the ones that like gave them like the passion.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
As
yeah.
soon
Luka.
as Kroos
Mhm.
retired, like they lost a bit of passion, but they still had Luka Modric, which I think helped them a bunch with like the passion and going
Yeah,
and,
going
like,
forward.
tracking back and
hmm
and then now that he's gone, they just don't have any passion anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like they don't have like a person who can like. There's nobody there to tell them
Yeah.
we have to be a team.
Uh huh.
Because people might think, oh, like there's Mbappe that might do that, but he doesn't do that.
No,
Because-
no, no.
I feel like Valverde probably should be that guy, but I don't think he's that
He's a little
vocal
bit
about
quiet.
it. Yeah, he's quiet.
Yeah, he's more of a quiet leader.
Yeah.
But like you need like a Ramos, or you need like guys like a great like even PK from Barcelona had like a little bit of that fire in him that was like you got to do it like this is not the way we do it here at Barcelona. And like there's no one really at Real Madrid right now that does that. Like Mbappe is still like Jazz was saying, he's just like he does a lot of like shoulder shrugging. It's like I already got my goal. Like what are you guys doing? You know?
because,
And Vinny just laughs all the
Yeah,
time.
Vinny always laughs, or he's throwing a fit with the refs, or yelling at the fans. I'm like, like this team could be one of the most dominant teams in the world, but
just
they
don't
get
have, like,
breaking
that
down
chemistry.
so bad.
Like because there's a video with Thierry Henry in their halftime show criticizing Mbappe
Mhm.
because he's a striker and he's over here like in the like he's not going to where he's supposed to. He's not pushing up and he just stays in the midfield. And then once they do the cross, since Mbappe isn't there, and the ball just goes like it just keeps on rolling.
Yeah,
So I think there's just like a big problem in that Real Madrid team.
I
There's
think so
just
too.
Something wrong.
Would you what do you think is the solution, Ralph? Get rid of figure out how to get Mbappe motivated, or switch the coach, or what, or get
Well,
new
yeah,
players
you
in?
need a new manager for sure. I think the player quality is there. I think Real right now is playing to where they're getting too used to being that little broken dog
Mm-hmm.
that has a bad leg, and then they're like, "Oh, that guy over there is running. Let me try to catch up." That's how I felt like this game was. It was like I told you, it's the Real Madrid, and I told you it's like we gotta all recognize it that there is magic in that jersey. When you play that team in Champions League,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be prepared and you need to be on your toes because something's coming. This game, Real, they played like that. They felt dominant a lot of the game, and I felt like they were neutralizing everybody on Bayern. But they got to a certain point where Bayern's like, no, 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 sir, we have more talent. Our team is better, and like you said, it looks like Real's like this is all we had, and then boom, they gave up 2 goals at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think they need, like you said, somebody to motivate the team, somebody to like grab, like Rafinha. You need Rafinha on that team, a type of player like that,
Yeah.
because that's what he is for Barcelona. Anytime something happens, everybody looks like, oh, Rafinha, can you take care of this? And
Yeah.
it's like he's the one that's like picking players up, throwing people this way or getting people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
And Real doesn't have that. They just have a bunch of guys. Like I feel like Arda Guler is all by himself. I don't think he fits in. Not foot talking football. I'm talking like just him as a person. I feel like he doesn't fit in.
Mm-hmm.
And you have all these people, and they don't have. There's no gel. You watch Barcelona, it's a party. Like everybody's like with each other. They're throwing party. They're doing whatever.
Yeah.
They just don't have anything. Every question you have, like, do they have this? Do they have that? They don't have, and they need it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where they would get it. We thought they had it with Ancelotti because he was a coach that could manage all these egos. Now you brought in your U21 coach, which I think in his mind, remember he had a couple of games where he was just putting in all the kids. You're like, who is that kid?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was trying to make them be replaceable. He's like, if you don't want to play hard, I'm gonna replace you with one of our
Mm-hmm.
U21 players,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't work.
Yeah.
So this guy, I think he needs to go,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't know what the solution is.
What type of player? I mean, what player would you throw in this? This is the last question, then we'll move on. But
Player?
what player would you add to this Real Madrid team that you're like, yeah,
Lennart Carl? I would not add.
yeah, no, he
No.
would cause more problems than solve them, huh, Jazz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say you could throw you were mentioning Rodri was maybe thinking about making that move, but you have Jude, which they don't want to get rid of, and he's younger,
Mhm.
so he's the only player I would think that is available to go, but I don't think he would make a difference.
Who'd you say again, Ruff?
Rodri,
That's a really good pick. I like that one. Yeah, Rodri. Do you have an idea, Jazz? Do you think you have a player
I think you need to replace the midfield.
midfield?
I think Jude, he's too slow sometimes.
That's what I
He
said.
plays like slow.
Send him back to the
plays
Premier.
like
Send him to the Premier League,
Send him back to his.
to Dortmund.
Send
Yeah.
him back to Dortmund. Send
They'd
him
be
back
happy.
to that one league, the league division below Premier. Where he
Yeah,
came from.
championship.
Yeah, go take him back to the championship.
Send him to
guys.
Watford.
Mhm. Jude is too slow.
Yeah.
Gamavinga, I mean, I don't know. He's just there, and
Yeah.
then you just need to get like a person who can like give you like a dynamic pass, like just like a pass that's like perfect.
Do you have Do you have a player in mind, Jazz?
Say Turkey.
we're not getting rid of Ryan Cherky. We're not getting rid of that guy.
They
Let-
said,
let-
you also said, remember your dad was like, when Real Madrid starts calling, there's not a bigger club. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
mean,
gonna go.
It could be like a Turkey type player
Mhm.
that can give those passes.
Dynamic passes. I like that too. Yeah.
Go get Bruno Fernandes.
No, he's too old. I was thinking, that back line is really suffering. I think Upamecano from Bayern would be like help out Rudiger a lot and be able to have him, Saliba from Arsenal, even Gabriel Magalhaes from Arsenal as well. Those like big body center backs that have done this before, and look they're on the opposite side of Champions League. They've been here. They're a team they know how to like not give up goals. And I still think Real Madrid's biggest problem is their defense is huge. And if you were gonna add to the midfield, I know you're probably not gonna like this pick, but to me, if we were gonna sell this player, I'm fine with it. And if he wants to go there, let him go. Enzo Fernandez is one of
okay.
the
That makes sense.
World Cup player. You know, he's the type of player that's ambitious enough to want to go play there. He would probably he would maybe have a good chance of playing better in La Liga. Not escape the physicality and in the Premier League and maybe get some more space opened up. I think he might actually do well there as well. And you know, if we lose Rodri, if Rodri goes over there, you know, he'll be dead to me. But you know, if he goes, I wouldn't mind it as either. But like Ralph was saying, you know, you got to respect Real Madrid and Champions League because they are a scary team. But let's talk about a real scary team. A real scary team. That Bayern team is a scary, scary, scary team. Musiala came in, had that nice assist to Luis Diaz. When this team is clicking, you better be ready because I was watching these highlights and I was like, these boys will put 7 on your head and not blink, and that circus music will be playing in your head the next night, and the night after, because you'll be hearing it from when you get there to the end of the night. Because you got old man Harry Kane, you have Elise, you have Gnabry that I feel like is starting to come into his own, starting to find some passion and stuff. When Gnabry is on his mode, man, I think he's a great player too. I like to make fun of him.
Is he the one that got subbed out for Musiala, right?
I think so, yeah. But like Gnabry, like he's giving you good minutes where like they're not like, oh my god. Like everybody on that team is just dynamic, just fun to watch. But one of my favorite teams to watch, Vincent Company, kudos to him. Where is he? The cow. Yeah. Shout out to him because I love his brand of football, and I really hope we get to see a rematch of Bayern versus Arsenal in the Champions League finale. Just so Bayern, I really would love to see him put like 5 on Arsenal's head. Maybe after them losing the Premier League would be just an icing on it. I would be able to go home. And it would be almost
and
the same.
Ralph would go with a hundo in his pocket.
Yeah, I would be able to sleep in euphoria if Vincent Company puts 5 on him, and then you know Arteta loses the league, he gets fired. Vincent Company maybe takes over City in a couple years. I'd love to see him back in the Premier League. But any thoughts on Bayern before you jump to another scary team, Jess?
I think Bayern, I think they just have chemistry all around.
Yeah.
Like even their bench, they just have a bunch of connection.
Yeah.
Most of them have been there for a long time, and even Luis Diaz hasn't been there for that long. He's already starting to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
There's Kimmich, which is like a true leader out there in defense. He's a really
that's the kind of guy that Real is missing.
Yeah, Kimmich is a freaking.
Kimmich is really, really good. You know, he has a really strong mentality, and
yeah, it's good.
He had that first corner to get Bayern back up. It was Kimmich's corner, and when I saw that corner, I called your dad, and I was like, "Chihuahuas!" I was like, "Gosh darn it, man, that is a disgusting corner." That thing was just direct, straight pinpoint right to Pavlovich's head. Right to his head, and Trent Alexander-Arnold's behind him, like throws his back, like bro, you're not even guarding the guy. It was horrible. I mean, poor marking. Lunen is not a Champions League goalkeeper. I think I
mean, in the 24 season where they won it,
Mm-hmm.
He brought them all the way to the final and got replaced. So
yeah, I know.
So
poor guy.
Replaced?
Yeah,
Courtois, because Courtois was injured with the ACL, and then for the Champions League final, he was fully fit, and then they put him instead of Lunin after everything he did for them.
Yeah, it's so bad. I honestly thought he was gonna leave after that because I'd have been like, dude, I got you all the way here.
He should have left.
Yeah, I'd have been like, I'm out of here.
He put them all the way over there, and just for like them to replace him, like if he did nothing for them.
Yeah.
In that final is crazy.
I think Valencia would have picked him up. Like one of the other La Liga teams would have picked him up instantly. What do you think? What do you think about Bayern? Like scary player that you want to watch out for? Player that you like? Anything? Give me something this time, please.
I'll give you something. Olise is just that player. the whole game he doesn't disappear.
Mm-hmm.
He still plays. He still makes plays. But you're like, man, I need a little bit more from Elise. And then at the end of the game, he gives you that big banger with his left foot. You don't even expect him to hit it. He hit it
So nasty.
like between steps. So
so nasty.
it was a great goal. But the things I wanted to talk to you about, you mentioned also that Kimmich corner. Remember,
Mhm.
I told you watch the game over
Yeah.
and tell me what you think of the corners.
Mm-hmm.
Lunan was horrible anytime somebody crossed it or somebody did a corner. Like he was lost.
Yeah. He's.
But Bayern, like 2 or 3 corners in a row,
Mm-hmm.
they stopped sending it in.
Mm-hmm.
They played it short.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on? And it's like, why
Mhm.
you see this guy's struggling
Yeah.
to find the ball when it's in the air, and you keep playing short.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. I think they probably could have got like 1 or 2 more goals if they would have kept doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one of the things. But yeah, Bayern, like you said, Kimmich, I don't think he gets enough credit.
Yeah. He's never on anybody's list of like Pedri, Vitinha.
Yeah, he's
Midfielders like that. No
never,
one ever says Kimmich.
Never.
But he's a warrior. He's a captain. He's a monster. Mentality. He's definitely a Pep disciple. He just reminds me like
Oh,
if you
yeah,
picture him,
when-
you just picture him as the Man City guy or
Pep
like
Yeah.
made him like that
Yeah.
when he was at Bayern.
yeah, Pep. You can just see. To me, Kimmich always looks like someone's yelling at him. Like he's like, "You better do it." Like Kimmich
yeah.
always looks like he's like, God,
He's
I
always
gotta
looking
do it."
over his shoulder.
Yeah, he's a serious guy. I love him. Big fan.
Yeah, Kimmich, great. Like I said, for me, I feel like Harry Kane's got a ton of bricks on his feet.
Bricks.
Yeah, like he's not running.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he ate a big fat cheeseburger every time before the game.
He's a dog.
I know he's great. Like
He's old Yeller.
it's funny because I feel like he walked across the pitch because he did play defense,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like he walked all the way across, got to the edge of the box, turned around, somebody gave him the ball, and he shot it and he made it.
It's
It's like-
nasty.
He's got like the best. He reminds me of Michael Jordan when he started getting old.
Mm-hmm.
In his first days, you saw Michael Jordan
Yeah, explosive.
explode and jump high and
Mhm.
dunk it on people's faces. And after towards the end of his career, he
back to the
he's
basket.
back to the basket
Yeah.
every time. It was like
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I've seen that play like 80 times.
yeah.
This-
It's the same
so,
thing every time.
So
yeah.
Harry Kane is like, I don't need to be that flashy guy. Just give me the ball. I know what to do with it.
Yeah,
I know which way that guy's thinking.
he's just Tim Duncan, but another.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he just goes the other way. He's so
He's
slow.
so fundamental, but he's so.
He's so
clean.
slow, but
Yeah,
but his feet just go the right way, and he strikes the ball in the perfect place, and he doesn't even hit it hard anymore. He just like,
he just places.
ooh,
it.
let me look at that little corner. And he just like bends it in there.
One of my
So-
favorite players in Europe right now. I love Harry Kane.
Yeah. Well, Jazz was telling me about this list somebody has going, and they have Harry Kane as
As a projected,
projected Ballon d'Or winner,
yeah,
which I think he'll deserve if Bayern can win champions. They have the Bundesliga, so
I think they have the DFK Pokal as well.
I
Yeah.
think so.
So he would
Don't
be his
even
own
know
little
be a little trouble.
You don't
Yeah.
even know what that is.
domestic
Oh, the Pokal, yeah, it's a little tournament.
Little tournament.
tournament,
It's a little plate. They get little plates.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Harry Kane's been really phenomenal. But the team I've been dying to mention is this PSG team with Luis. The sheep.
Enrique.
Luis Enrique. He has a team over there that is probably could be the scarier team out of Bayern and him. I think PSG might have the most deadliest team in the league right now if Doué and everybody comes into form. And me and Jazz were actually talking about one matchup that me and Jazz were like, this is the one. This is the matchup for, when they play each other. And I'll throw it to you after I say what it is and want to get your thoughts about it. But this, to me, anyways, I'm
thought
not
down.
sure. I'm not sure if Jazz thinks the same way, but me and Jazz were definitely we were like, oh yeah, that's the matchup. Is this the matchup that decides the game right here? Nuno Mendes, Elise, 1-on-1.
I think you got it wrong.
That's cash. Alice's been killing every team by himself. He's the beginning of every
Oh
offense.
no, wait, you're right. I was thinking they were on the opposite side.
Nope.
But they're on the
had
same
to,
side.
Yeah, they have to face each other. It's 1-on-1. And
Oh,
Nuno
that is the
Mendes
matchup.
ain't no I can't say the word, but he ain't gonna be asking for help. He says, "You coming over here? You better come 1-on-1 because I'm ready." Nuno Mendes is about the action. He's one player that I know he loves matchups like this. You saw him his face when he got to face Yamal 1-on-1, and I can see that exact same. You know he's studying every little thing Elise does, especially because people are going super high on Elise. That Nuno Mendes is like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna cut him off.
Yep.
That's the matchup.
I think
Elise,
so.
Nuno Mendes.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's so nasty.
Yeah, it's gonna be back and forth. I think. Ooh. Yeah, Nuno Mendes is
Strong.
he's
fast.
strong. He's fast. Olise, he can
IQ.
usually use his footwork to get around people. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that. So, you're right. That was a very good pick because I thought for some reason Olise was on the right and Nuno was on the
I
left.
come with my facts. I come with the
I'm
facts.
glad you look it up. And
Yeah, Jesus.
but that's a good.
Is that the
good
matchup
matchup.
that wins it or no?
Oh, absolutely, because Olise has been one of the killers. If he doesn't get an assist, he gets a goal. So if Nuno Mendes can shut him down,
It's
that'll be
over?
that'll be a big trouble for. I mean, they still have a lot of players on Bayern's side where if Olise doesn't do it, you got Luis, Harry.
Luis versus Hakimi on the other side too.
Yeah, it's rough.
And you know what's even more scary? Hakimi likes going up. So Pancho's gonna have to come over and he ain't fast. Luis, if he gets a step on Pancho, he better get ready. Cause if Hakimi's up, far up playing offense, and he doesn't track back, Luis is gonna be like, I'm gonna take your lunch money, I'm gonna cut inside, and I'm gonna take Pancho, I'm gonna take Marquinhos, and I'm gonna eat their breakfast. Like Luis says no slub. Like he'll put 2 or 3 on your head and not blink. And it's even worse because if you say you get him, if you say, okay, you stop Luis, right? You stop Elise, you got Davies coming up forward now. You have Musiala that subs in. You have like guys that are gonna be. Company is not just gonna hold 11 out there and be like, you guys figure it out. He's gonna make rotations and be like, let's see how deep PSG's bench and how good their defense could really be. Because PSG is only known for their offense. Their defense sometimes slacks. They don't track back as like João Neves, Vitinha, they track back. But they already had to deal with the midfield already of Kimmich and Pavlovic, like and Gretzky. Like there's heaters in the midfield too for them. So it's like they have their own problems to deal with. That's why I'm salivating. I might even take the day off, both days, to sit and watch these because this should be like classic, like who's batter, who's a big boy here.
Chucky, this game's gonna be hopefully. I hate like talking it up so much because then
I
sometimes
know.
you get disappointed. But
No red cards, please.
yeah, no red cards, no controversies,
Yeah.
and I think this is the game that is. If it goes the right way, it'll be just fireworks, and it'll be the game that everybody will be talking about, and will get a lot of people excited for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because if this goes
Yeah.
this goes the way you're saying it's gonna go,
Yeah.
it's gonna be insane.
Everybody on both sides, they both play for their national team and they're either a starter or right there itching on it. You know what I mean? It's this I've never seen two teams match up like this where you're like you gonna stop this guy? And it's
Yeah.
like you can do the same thing to the other guy, you know what I mean? You gonna stop Hakimi on the other side? Is Stanovic gonna be able to guard
Stanisic,
yeah, is he gonna be able to guard Kava on the other side, Dewey on the other side? You know, like you have Bradley running at you.
You could throw names for days.
Yeah, I
with
know.
these
You
two teams.
could, Bradley's coming this way. Bradley had an assist. Your dad was telling, he had assisted Dembele. But what matchup is that? The matchup you're looking at, Jazz? Nuno Mendes and Elise, or is there another matchup that you're like another matchup that I mean you could say anybody and you could be like, there it is right there.
I mean, you also gotta think that there's Musiala going against Joao Neves in the midfield.
Yeah, that would be
Because they're
fun.
both good. I mean, one plays CDM, which would be good for Musiala because he attacks more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like, I think any matchup for this game, any like everything that we've been throwing out is just like an insane matchup. Like no matter where you look at the pitch,
Mhm.
there's greatness everywhere, and I
Yeah.
think
That's what I wanted. Yeah, there's greatness
it's
everywhere.
just like it's just like a dream team for both teams.
Yeah, it's like the all stars for both, but
Oh,
they're
yeah.
over here. They're all coming to like kick your head off. Like they're all coming for blood.
Yo,
Who would?
But yeah, the other matchup that I wanted to say, Ralph, is one that I'm also interested in, and I want to get your take on this. Is this the big test for Vincent Company?
Ooh.
Vincent Company versus Luis Enrique.
I think this is
Does this show that Vincent Company is is he one of these guys?
well,
Or
he
is
already is.
Or is
but-
he one of the pigs? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't even think about that, dude. You're right. Like, what are you laughing at?
they're out there.
Oh,
Oh, can you open the door, Jess?
Open it.
Yeah, thanks. But let me ask you that why you jump out of here for a second. Vincent Company,
yeah.
versus Luis Enriquez.
yeah. I was saying like I didn't even think about it, dude. That's
Mm.
gonna be his biggest test because yes, he plays, great competition, the Bundesliga, but Luis Enrique is world class. He's won multiple places.
Yeah,
He's
he's big time.
he's right there with Pep. Like
Yeah.
you talk Pep, you got to talk Luis Enrique.
He's up there with like Hansi Flick.
He is, and this is his first big test. Yeah, if
Huge test.
if he passes this,
you,
he's stepping up.
yeesh.
Like he's gonna be that guy
Yeah,
that
I know.
everybody's gonna be talking about.
He wins this, Ralph. Does he win Coach of the Year?
Oh, absolutely.
He beats Luis Enrique,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he wins Coach of the Year.
Yeah, whoever wins this
is it.
match is probably
Yeah.
gonna be Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
So he's played for Champions League.
Mm.
He's played for Coach of the Year, and he's played for a coaching legacy. Like he knows that if he beats this stacked PSG team
Yeah.
with Luis Enrique as their coach,
hmm
he's gonna be remembered
Yeah.
for a
No.
long time for that.
No.
Company?
He's a huge. This is like this is career. This is CV defining. This is like you put this on your resume anywhere you go after this. Like he'll have a job for the rest of his life type deal. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah, he has that meeting
Huge.
with the new team. They're gonna be like, so what are your accomplishments in your life? Oh, I beat that Luis Enrique team,
I
like Champions League.
yeah, and not just if he could put like 2 or 3 on their heads and walk away, they don't give up any goals, and they walk away like, "No, it was good playing you, Luis. Have a good one." That's rough. I mean, and they could do it, but both sides can do it.
But I
Which
feel
is
like
scary.
Luis Enrique doesn't have as much pressure because he's
Oh
done
no,
it already.
yeah.
So he doesn't need this as bad
Yeah.
as Vincent Company does.
No, Vincent Company, this is like, God, I can't imagine like what type of, how much hours he's probably spending like trying to get this right. I think he this is a lot.
I feel like this is a game where like you just have to throw everything you can on there, especially with
Yeah,
both. I think both teams have to do it because there's Bayern Munich that haven't won it in since like 2021 I think was the last time they won it.
yeah, it's been a long time.
Which was against PSG as well.
Mhm.
Last time they won it. So I think both teams just have to put everything on the table here.
Just let it fly, huh?
Because I'm pretty sure PSG basically have won their league. Bayern have also basically won their league.
Yeah,
I think this is just throw everything you can on there to get to the final.
yeah,
That's
Big
another
time.
factor that I was gonna tell you. Well, Jazz just reminded us they both have their leagues won.
yeah.
They don't have to worry about like Arsenal. They're like, holy crap, I still have to beat City
Yep.
to try to keep my trophy,
Mhm.
and I have to worry about playing freaking
Haram
Simeone
ball.
on the other side.
And we're gonna finish up with PSG and Bayern now. And what's the score line? Aggregate. Okay, this is over 2 legs.
Over 2 legs?
Yes.
Ooh. I'm going 5-4 Bayern.
5-4 Bayern, huh? Jazz?
He took my exact score line.
Really?
I
5-4?
was gonna say 5-4 with just an Olise goal that with just another Olise masterclass again.
I
Over
could see that.
Nuno Mendes,
I
Jazz?
think over both legs.
Wow.
I think there's just gonna be something. He's been tearing it up. I think sometimes
He's been on a heater. You can tell Lisa's been.
sometimes
he's
you
finding
just
his
can't
form.
Stop people.
Yeah.
No matter how much you try, it's
Yeah.
just inevitable. You know.
Yeah, this is also bald Nuno Mendes though. Bald. He shaved his head.
Oh yeah.
But I'll say 3-3 PSG Bayern, go to penalties to see who gets out of there, and I'm gonna say Bayern walk out of there.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't
Harry
seen
Kane hits the
we
first
haven't
penalty.
Seen any Champions League penalties this whole?
I know we really haven't seen
I
very
don't
many
think I've seen
penalties.
any, like,
And we've seen a lot of
shootout.
red cards. We've seen a lot of red cards.
Oh, this is red card league.
Yeah,
this
red card
year.
city today. I mean, this Champions League has been decided by 2. That's why I'm praying. You know, as long as I don't care who wins this, I love both teams, but as long as there's
Yeah,
not
let it
any
be
red
a
cards.
war out on the field.
Yeah, let them just go out there and just see who's ready. I mean, I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna be really sad, and I don't think either of these teams are gonna disappoint me because of the people on the both teams are also kind of like we don't like they remind me of a team like Johan Cruyff said, like, you know, if you score 5, we'll score 6. Both these teams are like, let's see who can put more on the board here. I love that. So we'll see. We'll jump to another team that won in Champions League that no one really gives a hoot about. Arsenal drew against Sporting 0-0. I was actually gonna text your dad and be like, man, go check out that Arsenal game. It's heating up. And it was 0-0. I just wanted to see if you would change the channel to go check it out.
I saw a minor. I think they showed a little clip of halftime where a guy from Sporting, hit the post.
Yeah.
That was the big highlight.
And it was like, wow, holy smokes. All right, let's wrap it up and go back to Bayern and Real.
Yeah,
It's like, geez Louise.
that was it. I didn't see anything about it, but
Yeah. Not a fan of the way they play. And I think more people, as the year have gone by, more and more people are like, dude, I hate the way Arsenal plays. And I've been saying it. I've been screaming it from mountaintops. Like, I can appreciate a good villain, and I can also appreciate good football. Even if I lose and be like, you know what? I just got outclassed. Tactically, I'm not as good as them. Okay, fine, whatever. When I play City and I get frustrated at my team, I don't get frustrated with Ralph's team because they're playing the way they play. So like, I don't hate the way Pep plays. I don't hate the way other teams play. I don't hate the way Spurs play, you know? But I can't stand watching that Arsenal team play the way they do. Can't stand it. Hate the coach, hate the players.
remember
hate everything about 'em.
at first I was like, dude, it's pretty good, and you know,
Yeah.
those set pieces are pretty
Oh,
good, and
God.
they're exciting to watch. But yeah, after a while, it's just like, yeah, it's just
They
no
just
good.
they complain any little thing too. They're like, oh, well, it's a penalty. It's like, because you guys can't score an open player. What? The game against Sporting, I think their XG was 0.1 something, which means that throughout the whole 90 minutes, there wasn't a single chance where they're like, that could actually go in right there. Like even the computer was like, no. Like Bayern and PSG were at 4.53 or something, and then Bayern was at like even higher. It was just like, dude, you're one of the best teams in the league, and you don't even put a 1 point something. You're a 0.0. Like, you're at the very, very, very bottom of this.
Is it like a Serie A team where it's like,
No, Serie A has they at least connect with the ball, and they like at least get it to the goalkeeper. Arsenal, it's like if they don't have a set piece, there's not a single shot on target. Like, they either like send it out wide and Saka like completely butchers it, or they just shoot to try to get corners, and it's like that's it. Like, they can't run for some reason. And I still think the biggest problem is Eze doesn't play. And like, why did you buy him for 80 mil from Crystal Palace if you weren't gonna play him? I don't know. I don't really care. I hope Diego Simeone and his boys
I think they're
Take
gonna
him
get
out.
him. I think they're gonna get him.
I would love to see Julian just to be like, that one's for you, pet baby. You know, that was my dad for a little
think,
bit.
I think Arsenal play a little like we talked about last time, a little posh. You know, they're
Yeah, way too posh.
and Simeone's he's a dog.
He's a dog.
And his players are dogs like
Oh, yeah.
Koke and Giuliano.
Those guys are walking red cards. Those guys are rocking red cards.
but,
They love pushing the envelope as hard as they can.
yeah, but I feel like they're gonna just out muscle, not out muscle because they're not bigger and stronger.
They have
But
more. They have
They
more
just
though.
they have more fight in them.
Yeah, they're nasty. They'll
Yeah.
bite. They'll
Yeah.
bite. They'll do whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, Arsenal is just like, they're like, oh well, they're like, can we get some more? Can we get some more corners? It's like, oh God, just throw it away, throw it away. But what do you think, Jazz? Diego Simeone and his boys walk into Arsenal and take their lunch money? It's not gonna be a high scoring game because it's what'd you call it, Jazz?
Haram ball derby.
Yeah.
Because all they do, both teams just play back
Yeah,
the whole time.
yeah.
I think,
Where they play 2v2 in the middle and everybody else fell
Yep.
back.
Yeah,
yeah, people were saying that the ref was gonna have more possession than both teams combined.
more than likely at this point. But I'm pretty scared about Lookman though. One on one,
Lookman's been doing pretty good.
Lookman will put you in a blender. Him and Julian, and if you don't box out Julian, I know this is a basketball reference. You don't box out Julian, he's gonna go press that ball. Even if Lookman doesn't score that and it bounces off of Raya's hand, get ready because Julian's coming in full force. And you got some heaters on this team. Giuliano, Sorloth. Like, I know we're not big fans of Sorloth, but he's a big body. And, like, if you bring Sorloth in the 80th minute, like they did against Barcelona,
Yeah.
he might be stuck on getting a goal on him, you know? Especially taking out Gabriel or Saliba. They can't play the full 90. They're gassing. Arsenal's problem right now is that they're getting gassed. You can see it in both leagues. Champions League, bless you, Jess. And in Champions League and the Premier League, their legs are cooked. We talked about it months ago. How long can Arteta keep his 11?
I remember that
stacked?
now.
Remember, we're like, dude, he's been playing the same 11 week in, week out. Look at Calafiori.
They're slowly like just
Yeah,
dying
they're
out
deterring. Yeah,
We need to watch that pod back because I remember we talked about that.
yeah,
Like 2 months ago, we're like, they keep playing the same 11. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna get tired.
yeah.
Sooner or
Calafiori's
later,
already done.
there.
He's cashed.
I think they're gonna start getting injured as well. I think like this just it's not going well for them because they have the same people. There's like no switches in the lineup. There's
Uh-huh.
no rotations, and it's hurting the team and it's also hurting the players.
Yeah, no creativity. Same players are tired. Look at Saka's already out against City this week. Saka's done. Calafiori out. You know, they're missing players. They remember haven't even seen Timber. He's been out most of the game, most of the season.
I forgot about him. Like,
Timber
he's been
gone.
out for a long time.
Yeah, Timber. Even they're not even getting Miles Skelly into the lineup anymore. Like he doesn't get any time. Mendy is getting gassed. Declan Rice. I don't know how much more he can get. You see him in the videos. He looks like he ran like 120 miles, and I'm sure he has from all the games he's played. He looks white as a ghost. He looks done. Like their team is completely gassed out. So I hope Diego Simeone and his boys press him hard. And
Yeah, I don't think
and
they're
they-
getting tired anytime
yeah,
soon.
and especially, did you hear the reports, Jazz, that Diego Simeone, now that he made it to the semifinals, he asked the board, is it okay if I rest all my starters and play all my young boys in the La Liga? And they said, yeah. So what he's gonna do is rest his boys for the semis, all of his 11, the Kokes, the freaking what's that guy's name, the white guy with the long
Gary?
No, Lumente?
Livramento?
No.
His name is like
Who?
Lumete or something.
I'm gonna check.
You know that the white guy with the
Yeah,
blonde
yeah,
hair.
I know
Yeah,
who you're
he
talking
plays
about.
he plays right back and he plays for Spain. And I'm a big fan of his, but I just can't always remember his name for some odd reason. But he's a dog.
And he's usually on the bench or what?
No, he starts. But I'm saying he's gonna be
Llorente.
Llorente, yeah.
Oh, Llorente. Okay.
Don't say it like you did.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Llorente.
Llorente as well. I think like, I mean, they're gonna. I mean, they think Simeone doing that smart, especially because he knows that Arsenal isn't gonna do that.
yeah,
Because Arsenal
they gotta
have
play
to
City.
play.
They can't. Yeah,
They can't because
they're
that
they're-
game, the City game depends on the league.
yeah.
So they have to put that full 11, not resting them, and then having to do it all over again
Yeah.
against Atletico.
You know, Diego Simeone's
Dude.
just sitting there like this is like, he's like, put him out there, like just cash him out. Cause look at Arteta puts that same 11 out there, and even if they have that same 11, he's still gonna have to rotate. That entire team is gonna be so tired, and Diego
So-
Simeone and his boys are gonna be like
They're all
fresh
the ones
as
that have
daisy.
energy.
fresh as
Especially
daisies.
Simeone's son.
Oh yeah,
Him, he never runs out of
he's gonna
energy.
press so hard.
Giuliano.
Oh god, that Victor Gilchrist, he's gonna have a hell of a night because he can't move with his feet, dude. Imagine Simeone running at you, like pressing you hard. On top of not just him, but like say you turn away from Giuliano, you're like, okay, I'm out of here. I got the one dog on my other side. You know who's coming right after you? Julian Alvarez right behind you. Even if you pass him, there's Koke in the middle. There's Lorente in the back. Like them boys, oh man, I hate Atleti because they'll just and they press hard and they push hard. They get away with a lot, and they're gonna get away a lot with Arsenal because the Arsenal boys like to like cry and stuff. They ain't gonna get those calls in La Liga, especially against Atleti. Not against
La Liga or
Simeone.
Champions.
No, I'm saying like those in La Liga, they don't call those weak
Oh,
fouls.
okay,
In
okay.
the Premier League, they call a lot of weak fouls. Like La Liga, Diego Simeone and those boys, they don't get called as much. And if when they play in Madrid, they're not gonna get those calls. They're gonna be like, dude, I'm tired already. Like I'm gassed, and this guy's freaking pushing on up on me.
Let me ask you. So the City Arsenal game is Sunday. Do we have Champions League this coming week or no?
I think there might be 1 week in between that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because if they have to play City
Yeah, it's
and
done.
then on Tuesday or Wednesday they have to play Atleti, yeah. So they'll be fine for the following week, maybe.
Ralph, you're burning them out. Even if they say if you say
Yeah,
if
but you got next weekend to rest, maybe a couple.
no.
No, because they practice every day though. That's the thing. Because you got to think about it. Like they're gonna play City, and then after that they're gonna have to practice, and then after that, because you also got to remember how they have that one game advantage in the league. It could also be that they play another game to get a game ahead of City again, and then after that,
No, that means they might get a rest, right? Because they're one game ahead
yeah,
of
but
everybody.
either way, if they rest, it'll only be Saturday and Sunday. Then that's even if they rest on the weekend, and then after that, they're gonna have to play all over. They're gonna have to practice all over again, Monday. I mean, no, so they're gonna have to rest Saturday and Sunday because Monday's when they go on the airplane to go to Atleti if they start the first leg. over there.
regardless of any way you cut it, that City game is gonna kill their legs.
Oh yeah.
That game is gonna make them die. Even say they like they're like, okay, we're gonna rest. Like Arteta's such a control freak that we haven't even seen him rest players yet. He's so worried that Pep's gonna catch him. Especially say, okay, hypothetical, he beats City, okay, but then he loses the next 2 games because he rested his players, and then they got caught, and Arsenal's not playing some Burnley, some Leeds, some like
Some
bottom of
Brentford over there.
some Spurs, whatever teams. They have some heaters that they play against. United, they have to go beat. They have to go play Chelsea one more time. Like these teams are like they're not gonna let you let up. Like they're playing a bunch of the London boys, and Arsenal is a London team. Do you think Chelsea, Spurs, even if how crappy their season is, as long as they can take out
Yeah,
Arsenal
that
not
one
to win it,
time.
if we can yank them down and not let them win it, we'll do whatever it takes. They have a hard schedule to finish up with, and City has Burnley, has like the bottom of the tier like teams, where it's like Pep putting on them hard.
I hope we don't play Wolves because we always do bad against
I know.
Wolves.
I think you guys are done with Wolves, but let's throw out scores for aggregate Atleti Arsenal.
Can we throw out like a -1 or?
Yeah, I know. 0-0 for both legs.
I don't know. I think Atleti's gonna be fast and strong, and I think a little.
I think they could put like 4 or 5 on them.
You think so? I think
Which
that
is pretty
maybe
bad.
maybe a 2-1 game. I don't think 4-5. I think a 2.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
we're
over
talking
2
about
legs.
aggregate,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
That's what I'm saying,
I'm
like
gonna go
4.
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
4-2. What do you think, Jess?
I could see like a 2-0 where like
Jesus.
One game, 1-0.
yeah, like one game. Like I feel like what's gonna happen is that they scored, then they're gonna park the bus. I mean, if Atleti score first, they're gonna park the bus, and Arsenal are actually gonna have to attack.
That would be
Then
funny to
and
see.
then the second leg, well, they just park the bus again, then just barely skim by. I think it'll be like just like a 2 or 1-0, between both legs.
It's
Which
so
but
fun.
who's gonna win?
Oh,
Atleti.
Jess said Atleti.
Oh, he said
Atleti.
Atleti.
You know
Yeah.
what's so funny? We were just going crazy PSG Bayern. Like, we're all hyped up and stuff.
And then
We're talking about Arsenal and Atleti. We're like, I don't know, like 1-0. Like, let's just finish it. Like, we're just like, yeah,
I
whatever.
feel bad for Simeone because they get that side of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, PSG Bayern. I mean, that's a dream game.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
a dream game. It would have been better if that would have been the final.
There's gonna be like 2 viewers on that.
Yeah, I know.
Arsenal,
No one's going to watch
yeah,
that
Atleti.
game.
You know what? It's better that it's not the championship game because then you only get one game. Here we're gonna get 2 games.
I guess.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
It
it.
would have been
Yeah.
more interesting if it was the final. Though.
I know, but
Because then you
it's-
really got to throw everything in the kitchen sink.
yeah.
It's like, whoa, we only
Yeah,
got
but
one
then
game to do this.
You got one game, and then you're like, oh, but what if we would have had 2 games and see what happened the next time? So
It's a lot of pressure on Vincent Company. I'm going to say, I'm going to go crazy. Diego Simeone versus Arsenal. I'm going to say 5-0 on aggregate.
5-0.
Atleti puts a beating. And Diego Simeone, and this is my hot take before we get to hot takes and then we're done with the pod. But this is my hot take. Regardless if PSG or Bayern win it, Diego Simeone is going to win his very first Champions League against whoever it is on the other side. 2-0, 1-0. Haram ball has destroyed football. Diego Simeone is going to walk out. I think he said he's only going to, I think he doesn't want to keep coaching much longer. But if he ends like his, like he can finish his, not saying that this year will be his last year, but I'm saying if he can win one before his career is over, Atleti, Champions League anyways, and give Griezmann, especially Griezmann this year, give him his Champions League. Oh man, how nice of a story. Griezmann gets to go to the MLS as a Champions League winner playing for Florida. But, like how cool. That's my hot take. Regardless, PSG Bayern, Diego Simeone is going to ruin football by winning the Champions League playing Haram ball with a bunch of dogs, a bunch of scary looking dogs that are ready to take over.
You know what's funny about that though? You talk about Arsenal playing the same style, and Arsenal pisses you off so much, but you love Simeone, you love that whole athletic team. and
It's
you
different
say,
though. It's different.
Is it?
Arsenal plays back, right? But they beg for corners and beg for free kicks or penalties. Diego Simeone boys, they just like to bang. They don't really want to score. They're just in there to like rough people up. Like they don't care. They don't care about stuff like that. And their goals are not from penalties or set pieces. They beat you on the break and they beat you nasty.
Yeah.
Remember when we saw that game against Barcelona where they kept doing long ball after long ball, and we were like, it was almost hard to watch if you're a Barcelona fan because you're like, just get the ball away. Like Atleti don't play like Arsenal.
Yeah.
They
I get
play
it.
back. They play hard defense. That Haram ball is more for like they play back on defense and they stick to their guns and they hold their shape and they move. That's what they look like Arsenal. But on the break, they're nothing like them. Because Arsenal, they get a break and they run to the corner. It's like, why? Go through the gut and finish it off. Those athletic boys, Lookman, Sorloff, Julian, they'll put it through your throat. Like if they get that one chance, they might get one chance, one shot on goal, but it's nasty. And they go right to the goalie's head. They go right to the keeper's mouth. So that's the only difference. But I love Diego Simeone. I don't know what you guys thought about my hot take, but that's my hot take. That's my only one.
That's pretty bold. I get it. You know that it would be a great story,
Mm-hmm.
but it's good.
Their firepower is over there is nasty.
Yeah, but I could see it happening maybe with Bayern and PSG playing each other to death.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then
yeah.
they're just like, all right,
Yeah,
the
they're like,
final's
"We
gonna
already
be
did
no
it." Yeah,
problem, and then
yeah.
boom, they get surprised and they lose. So it could happen. I think so.
Because look at what they did at Barcelona. Atleti should not have stopped Barcelona the way they did.
Right.
And PSG and Bayern have a similar stack that like Barcelona has, but they could get drawn out of a game where Diego Simeone's like, it's only one game. It's different if it
Oh,
was
yeah.
two. It's one game. You have to put one ball. You just have to get one goal. If Diego Simeone can put one ball in the net, and then he's like, all right, let's see how good you guys' offense really is. And then you can try to figure out what happens. But that's my hot take. Jess, do you have a hot take? Like, hot take is kind of like something that like is not, conventional. Something that like might piss off some people that are like, that guy has no idea what he's talking about.
I think like so Arsenal lose semis, they lose the league, Arteta gets sacked, and then after that Arsenal players they start leaving, and some of them like they just start like talking bad about like what Arteta did,
Yeah.
like what was behind the scenes of everything.
Yeah.
And then just as time goes on, Arteta just gets like
Gets forgotten.
people like just
Goes back to
start-
Sociedad.
people just start like hating him and stuff, and
Yeah.
then, like, and then I think that's when like players would actually show up in Arsenal, and
Mm-hmm.
then slowly they'll try to come back,
Yeah.
but they don't ever reach that potential until like years later.
Yeah. 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 Very bleak, Jazz. I like it though.
Just to kill Arsenal type thing.
Yeah. I like that. That's the future I want to live in. So
I was gonna say you're describing Chucky's dream.
yeah, that's pretty much. The more Jazz was saying it, I was like, just keep going.
Yeah, I
Send
saw
Mason
you.
Mount with him. Send Mason Mount. Send Lukaku with him.
Mason Mount.
What's your hot take, Ralph? Before we finish up,
Let's see.
I want a
You-
good one though,
you want
Ralph.
the- I don't
You've
have
been
one.
You've been too diplomatic this spot. I want to see. I want to see a little crazy, Ralph.
You
a
got
little-
me at the wrong time, Chucky.
Yeah, Jesus.
You
It's probably
cancel
those
on-
two.
you-
It's probably those two pizzas you had today.
There's probably like 5 actually.
Yeah, that spicy deluxe with no tomato, extra pickles,
Extra pickles, Chucky.
and a large fry.
Ooh, sounds good. But I don't have a hot take. You
Oh,
got-
of course you don't.
well, hold on. Like you had the whole Simeone story, which is
Oh yeah, cause
great, amazing story.
uh
He had the Arteta Chug's dream about him getting fired and them losing, going Inter on everybody.
mhm.
So something unlikely.
it can even be a positive. Like you can even say like, Vincent Company is the next
Yeah, but
next
that's
big
a hot take. You're like something that it's
yeah.
unexpected.
Vincent, you can be like Vincent Company is the next big coach though.
No,
like,
no.
you
My
know.
hot take is that Lennart Carl will no longer be hurt. He'll come back.
Hmm.
PSG will be up 3-2 in the second leg.
Hmm.
And Lennart Carl comes in and scores 2 goals to bounce PSG out of the tournament.
Real Madrid fanboy, huh, Jess?
Mhm.
I'm just a
I
little
think-
high on Lennart Carl. I love the guy.
I think
I
this is
missed
why
him
we
the
don't
last.
let you do hot takes.
Yeah,
'cause you
they're
just,
they're bad hot
'cause,
takes.
like,
Bad hot
like
takes.
I know hot takes are supposed to be things that like people say that would never happen, but this is like something.
But mine could happen. It's very likely.
No, but yours is the one that would never happen in any universe.
Vincent
Oh,
Company.
God.
Vincent Company's not gonna play Carl.
You don't think so?
And if he does,
After-
he
after
might
his
he
comments, I
might
don't think
get,
so.
Like 1 assist.
No, I think
Musiala's taking his lunch money.
he is. But he was there before him, and Carl's still a little baby. He doesn't have that experience. But
You have another hot take.
Send him
Another
to
one.
Real
No, that was
Sociedad
my
for
hot
2 or 3
take.
Of
years.
course. But yeah. If you guys like Ralph's hot takes, please follow him on Twitter.
I do
I'm
have a
sure
Twitter account.
he's gonna be his X account. See if he
Jazz, what's my ex account?
he's
No clue.
jeez.
jeez.
If you see
I have
if you
0
see-
followers, by the way.
if you see Ralph's account and it's It's a couple Real Madrid accounts that he follows. Just don't look at it too much because we're not surprised. Yeah, I really hope that I want more people to follow us on Twitter, and Ralph is running it right now.
What about the account Jazz is running it? He hasn't posted nothing, or
What
For
account?
what?
I don't know what do you have?
I have Instagram. There's an Instagram account.
There's an Instagram.
There's an Instagram account, but I think more people want to hear from. Maybe we can get more Ralph's hot takes on Twitter.
Well, you know what, Chuck? I have a lot of hot takes that I've been putting up there. Well, actually, I only have one.
Great,
But I have 0 followers, so nobody's seen it. So maybe one day somebody could go back.
people
and
see it. Just because you don't have followers, you can still see it.
Oh, people can still see it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know how it works. So
You
Great.
don't know how anything works.
Yeah. Leonardo Carl, 2 goals. All right. Well, that's all we have for today. We actually hopefully will have a live pod, or all 3 of us will be able to watch Man City versus Arsenal this weekend.
no, we're doing a live pod, so everybody needs to watch. I don't know if we even know how to do a live.
That's what I
pod.
said. I was like, we'll see. But all 3 of us will be watching the Arsenal Man City game together right before Jazz's game. So we'll have him stretching. So if you see him out of the video for a couple minutes, it's because he's doing his downward dog. But other than that, hopefully everybody has a good weekend. I really want to see Pep walk away with 3 points this weekend and get this title race at least close.
I called him. He said it's kind of a for sure thing.
He's bald. So we'll see what happens this weekend. And that'll do it for us. It's a long pod today, but I think we got through everything we want to talk about. So.